Have you ever pondered over the functioning of bonds? Let's delve into it. Bonds are a type of investment tool, a kind of IOU. When you purchase a bond, you're essentially lending money either to a government or a corporation. They, in turn, commit to repay you in full, along with regular interest payments. An additional point to note about government bonds is their tax advantages. The interest earned on these bonds is often tax-free or tax-reduced, making them an attractive investment option. It's somewhat like lending money to a friend, except in this case your friend is a government or a large corporation. A bond, in essence, is a contract between a lender and a borrower. There are different types of bonds you might want to consider. Let's start with the two main types, government and corporate bonds. Government bonds are issued by national governments and are generally considered safer investments. They're backed by the full faith and credit of a country, which means that as long as the government is functioning, they'll pay you back. However, due to their lower risk, they also offer lower returns. On the other hand, corporate bonds are issued by companies. They can offer higher potential returns, but they also come with a higher risk. If a company goes under, it might not be able to pay back its bondholders. The risk and return of a bond are largely determined by the creditworthiness of the issuer, which is why it's so important to do your homework before investing. Understanding the different types of bonds helps you make informed investment decisions. Another type of bond to consider is the municipal bond. These are issued by local governments or municipalities like cities, counties, or states as a way to fund public projects such as schools, highways, or infrastructure improvements. These bonds may not offer as high a return as some other types of bonds, but they come with an advantage: tax benefits. The interest income you earn from municipal bonds is often exempt from federal income tax. And if the bond is issued in your home state, the interest might also be free from state and local taxes. This can make them a particularly attractive investment for those in higher tax brackets. So, if you're looking for a way to earn income that's potentially free from taxes, municipal bonds might be worth your consideration. As always, it's essential to research any potential investment thoroughly. How do bonds work, and how do they actually operate? Let's unravel this. When there is a need for funds, be it a company or a government, they bring out bonds. You, as an investor, have the option to purchase these bonds, essentially lending money to the issuer for a fixed span. Two vital components of the bond, put forth by the issuer, are the interest rate and the maturity date. The interest rate, often termed as the coupon rate, is the percentage of the bond's face value which you, as an investor, will gain as interest payments. The maturity date is the day on which the bond will cease to exist, and the issuer will return the face value of the bond. Interest payments are commonly done biannually, offering you a constant flow of income. Once the bond reaches maturity, you receive the face value of the bond, concluding your investment. But what if you are in need of your money before the bond matures? Don't fret, bonds can be purchased and sold in the secondary market. You have the leeway to sell your bond to another investor, possibly even at a profit if market conditions favor you. So, by investing in bonds, you're essentially generating income via interest payments. You're morphing into a lender, and akin to a bank, you're earning interest on the money you loan out. It's a stellar instance of money working to generate more money. Now, although bonds come with certain advantages, they aren't devoid of risks. Let's delve into the three primary risks you should assess before investing in bonds. Firstly, there's credit risk. This risk is based upon the possibility that the issuer, whether a corporation or a government body, may fail to repay the bond. In other words, it's a risk of default. In addition, there is the interest rate risk. It's important to note that when interest rates escalate, bond prices depreciate. What's the reason behind this? The answer is that new bonds on the market will have elevated interest rates, rendering the existing bonds bearing lower rates less enticing to investors. Lastly, we encounter inflation risk. This risk pertains to inflation eating into the buying power of the bond's fixed interest payments. If inflation experiences a drastic increase, the actual return on your investment might turn out to be lesser than anticipated or even turn negative. Familiarizing yourself with these risks can aid you in making more informed investment choices. We've journeyed through the domain of bonds, unraveling their essence, the array of types they present, their functioning system, and the hazards they encompass. Now, equipped with this information, you are better able to traverse the landscape of understanding bond investment. Thank you for watching. You may not know that YouTube channels depend on the total accumulated time their videos are watched. Channels also highly depend upon the number of subscriptions received. So, thank you for watching the entire video. To further help this channel, please click the subscription button below. In addition, if you enjoyed the video, you may also click the thumbs up button. Thank you.